Hello? How are you? Good morning to you. You live in a shoe. Except it's not morning. It is 7:53 p.m. And I am burning. Do you guys want to know what I'm burning? Okay, I will show you. If you want to know what my house smells like, you can go get it. I am burning this Better Homes and Gardens apple pumpkin. Farm apple pumpkin. I wouldn't say it's the best, but I wouldn't say it's the worst. It smells actually pretty good. And I also have it burning in here. So, I'm uploading my videos. Well, actually, I just posted my So-Called Healthy Life video. I have to post my vlog from yesterday still, but anyway. I wanted to show you a few things. So, from Tammy, and I don't know who the other one is from, S. I think that's all I'll say about that. So, I got these two autobiographies. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, S. I think Sue's the other person, but anyway. There was like no note or anything inside of it, but so, oh yes there was. Yes there was. Oh my god. You are the best, and I'm happy to call you my internet friends, Tammy. I love you, Tammy. Thank you so much. So I got that. And then, are you ready? I'm so excited. Oh my god. 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 So from Miranda, I got this. And Miranda sent me two very personal cards. And Miranda lives really close to me. She lives like, I don't know that she knows this, but she lives like 10 minutes from me. So she gave me this Halloween card. Thank you, Miranda. And then she also gave me this little card. And they have very personal notes inside of them, so I won't read them. But yeah, Miranda, you live like 10 minutes from me. So that was very, very nice. I'll just store these over here. I am going to actually read this. I'm interested in it, and after reading the back of it, I'm a little bit more even intrigued. So, but currently, I'm reading all of these books. What is it? What's going on? Come here, honey. You wanna say hello to everybody? There's Tucker. He said, hello, everybody. Are you having a good night? Say, well, we went outside and we ran around. Didn't ya? He goes, yeah, Dad. He's my sweetest baby. Look at his hairdo. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No, come here. Come here. Boo Radley. Boo Radley doesn't want to be on film, so. Good morning to you. You live in a shoe. So yeah. And what else? I think that's about it. I'm gonna wear my watch tonight. Tonight I celebrate my love for you. Do you know that song? You guys, I literally, this is so funny, but like everywhere I look, I have these Poupée de Chiffon dolls. I like have so many of these, like they're everywhere. I should do like a what's in my cabinet. Do you guys want to see like, okay, should I just pull out random stuff like what's in my cabinet? This would be so funny. Okay. So, I have these sunglasses that I got from Book of the Month Club. I actually think I've shown those on here before. Bunch of Post-it notes, a bunch of meditation books, Cards Against Humanity. Do you guys have that game? I love that game. Okay, so, I'm gonna show Petey's Little Aviators. You guys, look at all of these that we have. People used to give Alex and I these all the time. Have you seen these? The Kardashians made these famous. These like bougie pops. Have you guys seen these? They're from Sugar Factory. Look at those. That's so funny. So we have a bunch of those. And then a bunch of old phone cases. Oh my god, you know what I should show you guys? I should go through pictures. Here, I'm gonna go through some pictures and see what I can find. Okay, this will be funny actually. So these are like old pictures of me. So this is from, is there a date on here? Can you see it? I should get like something where I can show up background. Can you see that? So that's me back in the day. And Alex and his mom. His friend, these are mostly his friends. This is my dad. And this is on his, they had an outhouse. And so he's on the steps of his outhouse. And that's when he was like 4. Isn't that crazy? I love that picture. And then here is Alex with his best friend, Sarah. And then this is from April 2000. Here's me in Cancun reading. We stayed in this gorgeous hotel room. Oh, here's my mom. Here's my mom. She and I went to the butterfly garden at the zoo. Here's a picture of me and my mom. This is not a great picture of my mom, but there's me and my mom back in the day. I'm watching A Gift in the background. Here's a picture of my mom with her friend Susie. There's my mom and her best friend Susie from college. Here is me and my mom the day I was born. I can't find really any other. These are all so old. These are some of my favorite pictures of my mom. So this is my mom back in the day when she lived in Chicago. Can you see it? And then this is my mom. It says on the back, Estes Park, Colorado, 1980. They were there for a meeting. My mom and my dad. There she is drinking a beer. And then here she is again in Estes Park. And then I found this thing that she wrote, and it's called Change. And I love this. I read this on here a long time ago. My mom used to make these little books. And she wrote this, I think, to my dad, but I love it. And it says, "To my only true love, tell me that this is not fantastic. The apartments on Fall Creek and the one near 52nd, where we came out and went on weekends, are the same. The old drab rooms in yours are still there, perhaps occupied by other lovers now, and someone sits on my old balcony with champagne and Robert Frost. The rooms and balconies are still the same, but we have changed. No more the winning smiles, your happy whistling as you exit from a small blue car with a bottle of scotch in your hand and a hope for an evening in your heart. The hasty song or listening, the happy stare of love, the young heart leaping in the dark room, and no more the wild young man who talked too quickly and too loud of love and life, ideals he wished to give away. Seldom the morning the sun catches you lying in bed late anymore. Seldom the birds in Holcomb Gardens or any grass see your form stretched out upon the grass. I pace unfamiliar streets now, attempting new solutions to old problems. And the answers seldom come. But there was a time in the fall and winter of the year when our problems seemed small, money and things were nothing, and wine, poems, nights together, and the streets in Indianapolis were our whole world. Sometimes I'm sorry for feelings once known. It doesn't justify the years you spend remembering. I was always shy about you loving me, but I am happy still that even for a moment you were thrilled in my direction and dreamed of me in the daytime. For maybe 6 months of love is worth the lifetime you spend looking in White Castles and wine and vistas in Brown County, and knowing you love me is enough. Isn't that awesome? My mother was such a writer. So anyway, down memory lane, softly and tenderly Jesus is calling. Oh my God, 2 books just fell out. Did you guys hear that song from Trip to Bountiful? Softly and tenderly Jesus is calling. No, I'm not a religious person, but I do like that song. Okay, so if you didn't know, I'm writing a book about my mom, lessons I learned from my mother, and so I need Post-it notes and these little cards because I'm going to organize it, and I'm hoping to have it out self-published by January 1st, maybe Christmas time even. Are you guys excited? Oh my Lord, I was gonna get on my live stream, but I don't really feel like it now, to be real honest with you. So, I think I shan't. Do you guys want to help me do bills? Softly and tenderly, Jesus. Anything you want done, baby, I'll do it. Naturally, 'cause I'm every woman. Alright, well this is probably boring to you guys. I got a half an hour until I have to go. Working at the car wash. Annie Hall. Working at the car wash. Alright, you guys. Well, I will be back in just 2 and 2. Well, for you, it'll be like 1 second. Bye. Hello. Hold on, I have to clean out my car. Okay. Whew. I went into the gas station because I'm on the way to my meeting, and I was like, you know what? I have been a good boy this week, and so... Oh, shoot. I lost my chapstick. Damn it. Not like I don't have 50 other kind, but... I got a Fountain Diet Coke. Diet Pepsi. Oh my God, it tastes so good. Okay, you guys want to hear something so funny? So, like, I hate Pepsi, but I love Coke. I don't like Diet Coke unless it's in a can, like poured over ice in a glass. But I love Diet Pepsi. Like in a fountain. I don't know what that's about. So, Alex literally, it is 8:58 and he just left the office. And he's going to have a drink with his girlfriend, not Ruth Chris, while I'm at my meeting. And I have been working hard all day on stuff. I don't know that I would say I actually wore the same shirt I have on yesterday because it was like clean and I just put it on the hanger. And what's so funny was I was just putting the dogs in their house in the basement, and I have like this huge like hanger rack down there. I mean, it's not huge, but it holds probably 30 shirts. And I have all these shirts on there that like haven't fit me. And I was like going through them, and there's like 10 or 15 on there that like button downs that fit me, because like for my office, or if like I'm meeting with people, or I'm gonna do like, you know, a business thing, I try to wear like button downs and like cords, or button downs and like khakis or jeans. But I like to wear them just to like, not to go out necessarily. I don't like to wear button downs to go out, like out to a club. I mean, it's like, unless it's kind of like a dressier button down, you know what I mean? But I think that looks kind of cheesy, old man. Now, like, the Western button-downs, I love to wear to go out. But just like this, like from Target, like I have so many, I was going through, I have like 3 Wrangler ones that are from like Target, they're cute. And then I have like that Merino or Morona brand or whatever from Target. I mean, the thing is about Target brand, when you're a heavier guy, I don't know what it's like for women, but when you're a heavier guy, like Target has clothes that are like actually cute, that fit comfortably, because they have like a comfortable, that guy just hands down right at a red light. They have like comfortable clothes. Anyway, I'm sidetracked tonight. I was looking at that ambulance that's leaving over there, and there's a retirement home, like an old person's home in there, and my dad texted me that his brother, his oldest brother, my Uncle Dick, passed away last night. And I can't even think about the last time I've seen my Uncle Dick. I bet it's been 5 or 10 years, probably more like 10 years since I've seen him, but he's actually my godfather, and my Aunt Kathy was my godmother. So it's weird to think that my godparents are both passed away now, you know. I think my Uncle Dick was like, if my dad is 77, I think he's like 15 years older than my dad. So what would that make him, 92? And I asked my dad, I said, are you upset about it? And he said no, it was expected. He was on a ventilator, he had cancer. It was very sad, but my Uncle Dick was such a great guy. But the viewing is on Monday evening from 6 to 8 in Fort Wayne, Indiana, where my dad is from, and all of his brothers and sisters live. And then the funeral is Tuesday morning. And my dad's like, I'll get you a hotel room if you want to go. And I said, well, I may drive up for the viewing on Monday night, but I don't know that I'll stay for the funeral on Tuesday. My dad was like trying to talk me out of like coming. He was like, you don't even have to come. He was like, there's so many family that are going to be there, you don't have to come. And I was like, I think it would be really nice to see my family, but like, if you haven't caught on yet to this, by listening to my vlog, I very rarely talk about my dad's side of the family, and so this is kind of the story. Like, my dad is from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and which is a huge town, but it wasn't when he was growing up there. And he's the youngest of 5 kids, and he's the only one that got out of Fort Wayne. If you ask my dad, you know, with having all these different degrees and all the things he's done in his life, what's your greatest success? He would jokingly say leaving Fort Wayne, Indiana. But anyway, when I was growing up, in the summers, I would go, my dad's sister, the next one up, my Aunt Janny, she's like 5 years old. She just turned 80, so she's 3 years older than my dad. I used to go and spend like 2 weeks with her in the summer because my parents would go to Indianapolis. Used to have the clay courts, and then it became the RCA tennis championships. I come from a big tennis family. I mean, even my stepmom, she was like #1 tennis player in high school in the state of Indiana the year she graduated. And I played tennis growing up competitively. My dad and my mom were both huge tennis people. My aunt, my uncle, everybody played tennis. My cousin Caroline never played tennis really, but so I was a ball boy for the clay courts. I was actually watching the movie review, or the movie trailer the other day that's coming out about, what's her name? Oh shoot. It was like the mixed doubles. You guys know what I'm talking about? The Bobby Briggs story with, why can't I think of her name? She was like the first lesbian tennis player. And it was such, okay, I can remember like we would like, as like ball boys, we would like, ball boys and ball girls, we would walk around like when the championships were going on, Billie Jean King. And we would want our like tennis or racket covers to be signed by these people, and I still have that. I have it signed like with all these people. I'll have to show that sometime on a vlog. But anyway, I remember getting Billie Jean King to sign my racket cover, and I want to see that movie so bad. But I would spend 2 weeks with my Aunt Janie and my Uncle Marv and my cousin Vicky and my cousin Carrie. Carrie's a boy, and my Aunt Janie and my Uncle Marv lived on a farm in Fort Wayne. And I was really super close with them. And like they're, to me, like, I love all of my family. I mean, I do. I just don't know them very well on my dad's side. Not even my grandma. My grandpa died when I was 6 or 7. And he was a homicide detective in Fort Wayne. He actually solved the first serial murder killing in Fort Wayne. And he was coming home from breakfast one morning. He was 74 and he had a massive heart attack and just veered off the road. My grandma lived to be about 93. So anyway, I used to go spend summers with my Aunt Janny. Now, my relationship with my Aunt Janny growing up was very much similar to my relationship with my Aunt Kathy, my mom's sister. I was like super close with her. My cousin Vicky lives in Indianapolis actually, and I don't see her very often, but like when I would do book signings, she would like show up, and I talk to her, you know, every once in a while. But like the older I get, I wish I had known my family more. I was the youngest grandchild. Because my dad, I was the youngest grandchild, I didn't live in the same city, so I just wasn't involved in a lot of that stuff, you know, like them going to the same churches when I was growing up and whatever. And I was actually, I talked to Vicky and said, let's go up, I want to visit your mom sometime this summer, and that never happened, and I feel bad about it. So I thought, well, it would be really nice to go up there and see everybody, you know, and so I should do that on Monday. I think I probably will. It's a 2-hour drive. It starts at 6, so I would have to leave at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. I can do that, you know. I don't know when I'll ever have the chance to see all of my family in a room again together, you know. You get older, and my uncle and my cousin Caroline's dad is not super healthy either, so I don't know, it's just hard getting older, you know. It's like you see things change and like life changes and family gets older, and I don't know, I'm not really sad of like, I don't like those of you that are writing, I'm so sorry about your uncle, thank you, but like, I mean, I haven't seen him in 10 years. It's not like he and I were close. I'm not close with any of those cousins that were his children, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's just kind of strange, you know, getting older, I guess. I feel like I could be emotionally moved by a butterfly. Do you guys ever feel that watching my vlogs? Are you ever like, what does Peter not get emotional about? Like, seriously? So, I have not sponsored somebody in my 12-step program in quite some time, and I have had the weirdest feeling lately that it's going to happen soon. Like, somebody's going to ask me to sponsor them. I don't know why I have that feeling. I just do. I love sponsoring people, but I just haven't, you know. It's weird, especially as involved as I am. I don't know. But I also don't go to, like, gay 12-step meetings. And so, I know that this is going to sound really like, I don't mean this to sound like I think people are homophobic, because I don't. But I think that, like, most of the people that ask me to sponsor them, honestly, are usually, like, 22 to 24-year-old young guys that are kind of, like, into the same kind of music that I am. They're kind of different and artsy. Usually, they're always straight. They're usually, like, artsy and different, and they could give a rat's ass if I was gay or not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get the 40-year-old guy that's, like, got a family and kids. Like, he never, well, that's not true at one time, but very rarely do those guys ask me to sponsor them. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'd love to sponsor somebody right now. I sponsored this guy for a while, and he had gone to a halfway house in LA, and he talked about how, like, for fun, they would get up and they would go to, like, a meeting at, like, 7, and then a meeting at 9, and then a meeting at, like, noon, and then, like, eat lunch, and then they would go to, like, on a Saturday, they would do this, and then, like, a meeting at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and then, like, a 5 o'clock, and then, like, an 8 o'clock, and then, like, a candlelight. So they would go to, like, 5 or 6 meetings, see how many meetings they could get in a day, and I think that sounds like so much fun. Like, I want to get a bunch of people together. Like, I talked to my friend Tanya about it, and she's like, yeah, that would be so much fun, let's do it. It's like one of those things that you talk about, but then you, like, never do. Do you guys do that? Like, I feel like I have so much of that. Like, things I actually, that was like a big part of what I talked. I had an amazing session with my counselor today. I went in there and I actually talked a lot about this on my so-called healthy life video, so go check that out. It's called Things I've Learned Since My Mom Passed Away. And really what we talked about was that, you know, like in the 10 years before my mom passed away, like I had a great life, but I wasn't really achieving or fulfilling my dream spectrum, so to speak. And then when my mom passed away, like I was hit very quickly with this idea that life is very, very short. You better do what you want to do now. But I sat numb for like 6 months and then started taking charge of my life. And since my mom's passing, like so much has changed in my life, and I really feel like I am like living to my potential. But even at that, I feel like I'm only living at like 40 or 50% of my potential, and I wonder what my life would look like if I was putting in another 40 or 50%, like how full it could be. And I really want to do that. And I was telling him that, I was like, you know, I really want to have like this amazing full life and just plugged in everywhere. And it was interesting because he got very inspired by it too. And I said, and I want you to help me with that. Like, I want you to help me figure out like how to take my life. If I'm putting in 40% and having this amazing life, how can I have this 80 to 100%, you know? Because that's what I want, is I want to have like accomplish my dreams and, you know, just wake up every day, and I do. But then there are like things like writing projects and I was talking to him about like this podcast I want to start and like some books I want to write, and that like I've really been thinking lately about the fact that I would love to like seriously put out like a record album, like, and he kind of laughed at first, and I was like, well, I mean, like, I don't know, I think it'd be kind of fun. So anyway, I like to dream, if you haven't figured that out already. Alright, you guys, I'm almost to my meeting, so I gotta get off the interstate here and I'll be there. So I'm gonna get off here and I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Love you. It's 11:11, make a wish. I'm on my way home from my meeting. It was a good meeting tonight. Very relaxing. And I am listening to Stephanie Perkins' There Is Someone in Your House, which I have to tell you is not very good. So I would not invest in it. It's like Stephanie Perkins, who's a young adult author. It's her version, and I like her stuff. So, I mean, just one book. I mean, maybe I'll like it. I'm almost 2 hours into it. About an hour and a half. But it is like her version of a horror novel. But it feels very much like Scream, the movie. So I don't love it, honestly. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not great either. It's kind of cheesy. The only good thing about it is that it's read by this narrator named Bonnie Turpin that read The Hate U Give and Colson Whitehead's The Underground Railroad. So I love her as a narrator, but it's not great. It's just kind of real cheesy, honestly. So that's about my life today. Oh my God. I'm going home and I'm going to do a live stream, and then I'm going to read. I've been reading this book that is like Go Ask Alice. Did you guys ever read that? I love Go Ask Alice. And back in the day, there were like all these imitation books. There was like Jay's Journal and all of this. And there's this one, this person just like went right over the lane. Good thing I'm paying attention, because if I wasn't, they would have just hit me. There's this one called The Book of David. And it's about this kid that is like a football star, and he's gay. I think I talked about it on here the other day. It's actually not horrible, but it's not horrible, but it's not great either. Dream, 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 dream. Whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. watching this documentary the other night that's on Netflix, and it's about these, like, so there's supposedly, like, this whole, like, all these people that came forward and said that they knew stuff about, like, extraterrestrials that worked for the government. It's called, like, the Disclosure Files, I think, is maybe what it's called on. I haven't finished it yet. It's actually very good. But, like, whenever I watch those shows, because I very much believe in extraterrestrials, I just probably lost half of you out there, but I do. I think it's small-minded to think that we're the only ones in this entire universe. You know, I don't know what they look like or what they're like or anything like that, but I like believing in that idea. And but it's like whenever you see the evidence, like whenever they read documents and the evidence, it's never anything so conclusive that I'm just like, like I'm so wowed, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't you? And they were like one of the things the guy says in there is that, like, there's so much evidence that it's, like, overwhelming. And I'm like, if that was really the case, then, like, wouldn't we, like, just kind of have to know it now? And, like, supposedly, like, the reason that like, we don't know is because it would, like, terrify, like, the citizens. And I'm like, but, like, extraterrestrials aren't just to the United States, they're, like, to the whole world, right? So, like, that means, like, governments in all of the other countries and around the world, you know, that, like, they're keeping it from their people too because they would be afraid, and it's like this worldwide phenomenon. But they don't really address that in the movie. They just address the United States. I just think it's interesting. Like, I want to see conclusive evidence. But the documentary is fun to watch anyway, so. Did you guys ever see that movie with Nicolas Cage, like the one where it has, like, The National Treasure, where it's like that book that has, like, all the secrets in it? Like, do you think there's really, like, a book like that? Do you think there's, like, really, like, a lot of stuff that, like, that you only know if you're, like, the director of the CIA, or, like, you know, like, who really killed Kennedy, or, like, conspiracy theories, like, about Bigfoot, or, do you know what I mean? Like, do you think, like, there are things that we just don't know? Like, I think that's so interesting, don't you? I mean, I'm sure some of them are just total conspiracy theories, but others, there has to be, like, some truth to it, right? Like, there has to be. There has to be some truth to, like, some of these things. With all of the allegations, not allegations, with all of the people coming forward and saying that they were, like, you know, taken upon, like, ET ships and stuff like that, there has to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but anyway, it starts with an A. What's the word I'm looking for? But, I mean, there has to be, like, some government, you know, looking into it. But apparently, like, in 1969, they ruled that as saying that there wasn't that. But in this movie, the one thing they do say is that on the dark side of the moon, not the Pink Floyd song, but I hate this gate so much. I mean, I'm glad that it kind of keeps people out, but whatever. Does it really? I mean, it's just a gate. Or does it keep us in? Fences. Fences! What was I gonna say? Oh, but that, like, on the other side of the moon, they found this, like, towers and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, really? Like, do you think that we would never have heard of that? I mean, seriously? I think we would never have heard if there was, like, a city built on the other side of the moon. Like, I don't know. That's a little far-fetched, isn't it? That somebody wouldn't have come forward and said something. Who knows? I've, like, been craving olives. I bought olives yesterday. I got some, but I haven't been eating a lot. They're stuffed with some kind of cheese. They're so good. But I think they're really fattening. So, listen, I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to do my live stream, and then listen to my book. So I'm going to bid you good night right now, and hope that you have a wonderful evening and day. My hair actually held up all day long today, so tomorrow I promise I'll wear a different shirt, maybe. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.